Hey everybody, Midwest Picker here. My name is Dave. I go by Midwest Picker. I'm a full-time RN, father, husband, part-time reseller, part-time YouTube content creator. So welcome to my channel. I have new subscribers. I'm like ticking off like 1 or 2 new subs a day. So this is really cool. So if you're a new subscriber and this is like your first video, second video, I'm glad you're here. I typically do sourcing videos, what sold videos. I have a playlist called Stories, true stories, things that happened to me or I was there when they happened. Those are just crazy. So if you're into true stories, murder mysteries, crazy stories, gross stories, funny stories, check out that playlist. I think you'll enjoy that. It has nothing to do with reselling. So why do I make what sold videos? Well, if you're new to reselling, you don't have a lot of experience and you're out in the wild and you're sourcing things to resell, you don't want to overpay for items and you don't want to buy items that just don't sell, that take 3, 4, 5 years to sell or don't sell ever. So I do these videos to show you where I sourced the item, what I paid for it, what it sold for, how it shipped, was it promoted or on sale, and would I buy it again? And I share this information with you so that you have more knowledge when you're out in the wild sourcing. And before I get into the video, I don't know if you can see on the monitor behind me, is Westside Gary, a live auction on YouTube right now. Check out Gary. I'm going to try to say it like he does. Westside. I don't know if that's good or not. But anyways, if you don't know Westside Gary and you want to source items, you don't even have to leave your house. You can source right from YouTube. I've sourced from him. Lots of people have. Totally legit, honest, ethical guy. He's got other people on there with him. So check out Westside Gary, subscribe and hit the bell icon. That bell icon's important because when he goes live with these auctions, you'll get a notification and you can jump right on there. You don't have to be registered. You don't have to be a member. You just have to pay within 5 minutes when you win an auction. Great way to source items, to either collect if you're a collector or to resell if you're a reseller. So I've sold 16 items since my last What Sold on eBay video. That might not sound like very much, and it's really not because I'm a part-time reseller. I have a full-time job Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 as an RN. So this reselling is just a side hustle, part-time, nights and weekends only. I have about 619 listings on eBay. Don't list anything on Mercari anymore. And I have a few listings on Facebook Marketplace. So this is December 3. Just recently, I had a great Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I'll put some pictures up. My sales just kind of exploded as far as being a little fish in a big pond. I think I did fantastic. So I'm really happy. So let's get right into it. The very first item is this Lego set. So this is really old. This is from the 1960s. This is back then it was craft Lego. This was a special offer boxed mailer, so you would get this mailed to you. The box says Loveland. Now don't worry if you don't know anything about Lego. I really don't either. I do know that there's no S on the word, so plural is Lego and singular is Lego, so you don't want to make these diehard collectors angry at you, so just call it Lego. So I bought this. I thought, like I said, I thought it'd be worth a lot more because it's super cool and it's super old and vintagey, but not really. I wasn't really sure if this was complete or not. It was an open box. I wasn't even sure if these were the right Lego. Hard to say. Cost of goods $4. Got this from a high bid auction. Listed and sold for $19.95. Flat $5 first class shipping and handling. Not promoted, not on sale. Would I buy it again? This had a lot of watchers. People were really excited because it's really old, but because it may have been missing a few pieces, it didn't really sell for a whole lot. I think the box actually has as much value as the Lego inside of it. So if I saw this in the wild and I could get it cheap, I would definitely buy it. Next is John Player tobacco cards. Cost of goods $2.19. Sourced this from an in-person antique toy auction. If you watched my older videos, you saw that. Listed for $19.95. I took a best offer of $16, free first class shipping and handling because it's very light, about 5 ounces. Not promoted, not on sale. And I definitely would buy it again if they're minty fresh. I rarely, Joey can testify, rarely say near mint or minty fresh because people are very particular, especially collectors. These tobacco cards had sharp corners. They're from the 1920s and 19-teens, and they look beautiful. So I would source those. If they were beat up and bent and stained and dirty, I would not source those. Next is a sealed 6-pack of Maxell VHS blank tapes. These are pretty cool, and I know you're laughing. This is old tech, but old tech does sell. Cost of goods $4. Pretty sure I sourced these from a flea market, listed for $19.95. I took a best offer of $14 plus calculated shipping and handling, because these are heavy. They're like bricks. I just wanted it gone, so not promoted, not on sale. Would I buy it again? I would, but just a warning, these are long tail, so blank, brand new sealed VHS tapes will sell, but it could take a year or two. They are not quick sellers. You know, I forgot to mention, Enoch has a new friend. If you look up here, and I'll post a picture, Dr. Dubois is now with Enoch, so they work together. So Enoch is my advisor. Dr. Dubois tells Enoch what to tell me, so they're kind of a team. I'm supposed to be selling that doll. I can't bring myself to do it. It's worth like $200. I'm going to auction it off, but when? I don't know. He's just too cool. I'm thinking of going to Hobby Lobby and getting a clear plastic doll case, like plexiglass, and put it over him to keep him clean, no dust and stuff like that. But anyway, enjoy him while you can, because someday he'll be gone. Next are IKEA brackets, brand new in the box. Now these are pretty cool. Anything Martha Stewart brand, IKEA brand, Pottery Barn brand will sell, especially if they're sealed brand new in the package. Now this isn't, you know, worth its weight in gold, but the cost of goods was $3.99. Sourced it from a Goodwill, listed it for $29.95. This was promoted at 2% and on sale 20% off because I was impatient. For $23.96, and that's what it sold for with calculated shipping and handling, and I definitely would buy this again. So if you're sourcing garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, and you see these high-end brand like Pella windows or Delta faucets or IKEA whatever, if it's still sealed brand new in the package, they'll sell like crazy, and that's a key, is Pella. I sourced like Pella handles for sliding glass doors that were sealed in the package. I thought, well, it's going to take forever to sell. That thing sold in an hour. They sell for really, really good money. And this particular buyer for the IKEA brackets sent me a message. So this is very rare, but it's really cool when a buyer just throws in a message and says, thank you, I'll post a picture up here. I really love it when they do that, when buyers give you this positive affirmation, whatever you want to call it. It just makes reselling that much more fun, knowing it's going to somebody that really needs it. Next is a lot of vintage 1980s Masters of the Universe action figures. I bought a tub full of action figures from a guy on Craigslist for $200. I rarely spend that much money sourcing. Cost of goods is hard to say, maybe $2 a piece. I did sell one of those action figures in the tub for $145, so I don't mind selling these at almost break-even price. Listed for $69.95, took a best offer of $45 plus calculated shipping and handling. Not promoted, not on sale. Would not buy again unless the figure has accessories. So these are called loose action figures. The ones I sold had no accessories, no armor, no shield, no helmet, no sword, no whatever. Just the action figure. They sell very slowly. If they have all of the original accessories, I would buy it in a heartbeat because those sell for good money. Next is the Joe Camel cigarette lighter. This one was free to me. Listed it for $15.95. I took a best offer of $14 free, first class shipping and handling, because again, it's super light, about 4 ounces. It was promoted at 2%, but not on sale. Would I buy this out in the wild? I would if I could source it cheap for about $1. Next is an Austin Productions sculpture. I know nothing about art or sculptures, but I saw this in a Salvation Army for $8. I knew it had to have value, and barely readable on the side, it said Austin Productions 1980, so I did a quick comp on my cell phone right there in the store, and I saw that different sculptures from this company sold for $40, $50, $100, $200, but I could not find this exact sculpture, so I took a chance. Listed it for $99.95, and it took 2 years to sell. I took a best offer just recently of $75 plus calculated shipping and handling. It was promoted at 2%, but not on sale. I would definitely buy this again. It does take a long time to sell. You have to check them for damage, but people will collect these and they will buy them for a good price. So this sculpture was paid for, shipped, and about 14 days later, I get a message from the buyer saying, "Where's my item?" What? What? So I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. She sent me a message claiming she never received it. I go to eBay, I check the tracking, it says it was delivered to her house on this day. I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. No, no, no. I rarely get returns and I rarely get scammed. Now, when you get scammed as a seller, it's usually cell phones and laptops and $500 sneakers. People are not going to scam you over a piece of art. I was slightly worried when she said she never got it, but not too worried. But $75 is a lot of money for me. I don't sell items that expensive, usually $15 items, $25 items, but $75, that's a lot of money. And if she scams me out of $75, it's gonna hurt. So I replied to the buyer very professionally, very calmly. I'll put some pictures up here of what she said to me and what I said back to her. I basically guided her through it and said, did your address change recently? Does eBay have your current address? Sometimes during the holidays, I receive packages that go to my neighbor's house by mistake. Have you checked all of that? Stuff like that. Then a couple days later, she sent me a message apologizing, saying that she found the item. She went to her local post office to complain that she never received the item, even though the tracking showed it did, because I told her I went to the USPS.com website, and that also showed the same tracking as eBay, that it was delivered to her house. And apparently, if you look at her message, from what I'm figuring out is that the mail carrier was a different person that day. It wouldn't fit in her mailbox, so instead of putting a slip of paper in her mailbox, they just kept the package at the post office, I think, and she went there and they found it and they gave it to her. So she was thrilled. As soon as I saw her message that she got it, I was like, yes. That's worth celebrating. Next item are large 12-inch cherubs. This is a lot of 2. So I sourced a bunch of these. They're kind of like craft supplies. They're like foam that are painted with like this gold paint. They're very light, but they're very big. Cost of goods 80 cents each. This was part of a high bid lot. I listed these together as a pair for $39.95 plus calculated shipping and handling. They sold for $31.96 as part of a 20% off sale, and they were promoted at 2%. And I would buy these again. They are kind of seasonal, but they do sell. Craft supplies sell like this, or ornaments during this time of year. Next item is a 2013 Disney lapel pin. Cost of goods $3.50. I sourced 25 of these from Mr. Buys a Lot. It sold for $8.95 plus a flat $3 first class shipping and $3 first class shipping and handling. Not promoted, not on sale. Would buy it again if in a large lot. I would not buy like a Disney lapel pin at a garage sale or flea market or whatever for $4 or $5. But if you can buy a whole lot of them, say a box of 100 or 50 or 25 for a flat price, then I would do that. And if you don't know Brian Davis, Mr. Buys a Lot, he also has a YouTube channel where he does auctions. And let's see if I can get this right. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from like 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So check that out if you want to source from home. Next is a 1964 Kennedy silver $50. This is from my personal collection. I think it was just kicking around on the desk behind me. And I said, you know what? This is just, you know, something to do to test the waters to see how well coins are selling right now. I have many of these, so I thought I'd just list it on eBay. So cost of goods is unknown. I've had it for so long. I listed it for $12.95. Then I put it on sale 20% off for $10.36. Then I took a best offer of $9.36 because the price of silver, it's been dropping up and down, but it has dropped. So I'm like, what the heck? It's the holidays. And a flat $3 first class shipping and handling. I'm not going to talk about what I buy this or source it. It's very difficult to source coins to resell because most people want full retail value. No one's going to give you a Morgan silver dollar for $3 so you can sell it for $30. Just doesn't happen. So most coins that I source, I just keep. And before you guys comment that it doesn't make sense to sell items so cheap, the money I made just in the month of November will allow me to pay for all of my Christmas presents. So small sales might seem like a waste of time, but they do add up. Next is a 1929 set of 25 John Player tobacco cards. Cost of goods $2.17. Sourced these from an in-person antique toy auction. Listed for $19.95 and free first-class shipping because they're very light. Took a best offer of $17, and I would definitely buy these again. Next is a 1989 Micro Machines Transport Chopper. Get to the chopper! Sourced from High Bid for $3, listed for $19.95, free first-class shipping and handling. When you're selling toys, and there's a lot of them on eBay, you might want to consider free shipping because you're competing with a lot of people. Took a best offer of $17, was promoted at 2%. Would I buy it again? Probably. Micro Machines, if you don't know, are highly collectible, especially the actual toys. This is a transport chopper, so not as collectible, but they still sell pretty good. Next is a Canon camcorder. This was free to me many years ago for you young people, if you're under the age of 18 watching this. Before people recorded video on their smartphones, people recorded video on camcorders. This sold for $129.95 plus calculated shipping and handling. It was promoted at 2%. Don't be shocked, folks. Old tech sells. For a variety of reasons, people want old tech. They might have the digital tapes but nothing to play them on. Or they might want to convert their digital tapes to DVDs. I don't know, but old tech does sell. Either as a collectible item or because people actually want to use it. Would I buy this? If I found it in the wild and I could test it and, you know, charge the battery and flip open the screen and test it out, I might pay $10, $20, but that's about it. Next is another craft item, 8 bundles of yarn. I know nothing about yarn. Joey knows nothing about yarn. I don't knit or crochet. Little Midwest knows a lot about yarn. But I sourced these from a high bid auction for $7, listed them for $49.95, plus calculated shipping and handling. Then they sat for about 2 years. I was really sad about that because I thought with COVID and people staying home doing crafts, they would sell better, but they don't. I put them on sale for 20% off for $39.96, and then I took a best offer of $22 because it's the holidays and I was feeling generous. So I know I listed them for $50 and only took $22, but what the heck. Was promoted at 2%. I would buy these again. In general, craft supplies do sell. There's just a whole lot of competition. And yarn, there's a billion different kinds of colors and styles, and so there's a lot out there. So they're going to take a while to sell. Next is Fenton powder blue glass. I love sourcing, collecting, and selling glass. Some people are afraid to do that. I am not afraid. Sourced from a flea market for $5. I paid a little more than I typically do, but this is a beautiful, like I said, powder blue glass. Listed for $24.95 plus calculated shipping and handling. I did take a best offer of $15, not promoted, not on sale, and I would buy it again. You have to be very careful with glass when you're sourcing it. You have to check it over very carefully that there's no chips, and then you have to check for cracks. Sometimes glass will be cracked and then glued. So if you have an ultraviolet or a black light flashlight like I do, here's mine right here. I use this to source uranium glass, but you can also use this to check for repairs. So if glass has been cracked and glued and repaired, the glue will show up under a black light. And check this out. So I haven't been getting feedback for a while, and I thought it was weird. It's probably another eBay glitch where their feedback server was down. I don't know. But just in one day, I get 3 feedback in an hour. But check this out. This woman that bought this Fenton powder blue glass, she left me this wonderful feedback. I was thrilled when I saw this. I mean, sellers love stuff like this. Check that out. Now, I know I do a good job of packaging and I take very good care of shipping glass, but I didn't expect this. This was so nice. I just love it. Sellers love getting feedback like that. And I doubt she's watching this, but thank you very much. It goes a long way and I really appreciate it. Last item is a lot of 73 Joe Camel matchbooks. These were free to me, listed for $29.95 with free first class shipping. It's amazing that they're not that heavy. They're like 10, 11 ounces for all of these. Put on sale 20% off for $23.96. And because it's the holidays, I took a best offer of 20 bucks. Was not promoted. Would I buy this in the wild? Maybe, if they're in really, really good condition. These were like perfect condition. You got to check carefully, water stains and creases and missing matches and all that kind of stuff. But if they're in really good condition, yeah, I would source these fairly cheap. $3, $4, $5. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you know anybody that's looking to get into reselling for the first time, or they are resellers but they're new, hit that share button and shoot this video off to them. Maybe it'll be helpful to them. I hope it was helpful to you. Joey, he loves being in these videos, and if you notice, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it, he's got this brooch. I keep taking it off and it keeps reappearing. I don't know what it is about brooches and lizards, but Joey really likes it. But hit that thumbs up button on the way out. And if you're just watching this video for the first time or just perusing YouTube and you just landed here, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. That way every time I upload a video, you get a notification. So from me, Joey, Enoch, and Dr. Dubois, see ya.